Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA, in my 2019 CASITA Freedom Deluxe 17-foot fiberglass RV, 84 square feet on the inside, 84 square feet of comfort. The reason I'm all bundled up is I'm unplugged. I'm continuing to test my off-grid capabilities because I'm going to go on a trip, I think, Friday, because it looks like we've got 5 days of good weather, and I'm going to go almost due west from where my home base is in Central Texas and dry camp for a few days. Dry camping and boondocking basically they are the same thing. You don't have any hookups. Boondocking just basically means you're out in the quote boonies, and dry camping you can be at Walmart. That's the difference. So I'm going to be doing a mix. I'm going to be at a national recreation area for a few days. The temperature is supposed to be in the middle 70s, lows in the 50s, which should be great. And I just wanted to, my setup right now consists of a 120 amp hour AGM battery. An AGM battery just means that it's you don't have to maintain it. You don't have to add water or anything. It's a sealed battery. You don't have to worry about off-gassing and that kind of thing. But again, it's a 120 amp hour deep cycle AGM battery. I have one. I also have 120 watt ZAMP solar panels. There's two 60 watts. They fold out. They're portable. They come in a little suitcase, a high quality little carrying case actually. And so that keeps the battery charged. And I've been doing that, testing that for about 3 days now. And it seems to be working very well. The one thing you need to know, one of the many things you need to know about batteries and solar and all that, is when is a battery full and when is a battery empty, because there's different devices you can use to test the battery by putting a little thing on the pos and the neg, and it'll give you a readout as to how many volts are in that battery. But 12.8 and above, you've got a full battery. Sometimes it'll show 13.2. But 12.8 and above is a full battery. 11.8 to 12 is getting down low, okay? 50% is going to be somewhere around 12.3 in that range. For me, that's what my battery shows, so I try to not let it go below that because it's not good for the AGM battery. You can go below 50% and it doesn't hurt it too much. The lead acid batteries, I don't think you should ever discharge them below 50%. But again, so what are my energy needs and requirements? What do I use energy for? Well, the only thing that I run, the biggest energy user, let me put it that way, the biggest energy user in my CASITA is the refrigerator. I run the refrigerator on propane. Therefore, it uses very little electricity, and the past 3 days, the average has been about 8 amps in a 24-hour period using the refrigerator on propane. Somebody suggested, to run it on 12 volt. On 12 volt, the battery might last a day and a half, and that's it. No, but if you use the propane, that's what creates the cold in the refrigerator. You'll use about 8 amps average. It varies a little bit depending on the outside temperature. So you got 8 amps there for lighting and my max air vent fan and other usage, which is minimal. I use maybe 4 amps a day tops, okay? And there's no, knock on wood, I checked, there's no ghost drain at all. And the reason there's no ghost drain in this RV is I don't have monitors for my tanks. In other words, most RVs come with those monitors. Well, that's a drain right there. And most RVs come with a carbon dioxide monitor that's hardwired, and that's a drain, a ghost drain. And what else? I can't think of any right now, but you can drain a little bit of your battery just by those two things I just mentioned. But for camping, dry camping, if you don't demand much in the way of energy, like me, in other words, I know a lot of people want to run big TVs, they want to run sound systems, they want to run microwaves. They want to run a lot of different things. Maybe they want to charge their laptops in their RV, etc. For me, I've got two cell phones. One's AT&T, one's Verizon, and I've also got a Jetpack prepaid plan. That is my access to the internet. And for those of you that are interested in the Jetpack prepaid unlimited plan, just remember that it's the $70 prepaid plan, and it is truly unlimited. A lot of people think, well, it's limited, it's throttled after 15 gigabytes. It's not. I've been using it for 2 months. I use about 120 to 130 gigabytes a month, no problem. Now back to that, charging my laptop. I have a Chromebook, and I have 2 phones, so I have to keep those charged. Not a lot of usage. I watch if I watch a movie or anything, I use the phone that I'm doing this video on. That's all I need. I don't need a 52-inch or a 70-inch TV. This is fine with me. Or I could watch it on my laptop, but I don't. This is just good enough for me. It doesn't take a whole lot to entertain me. I'm 73 years old. I've been RVing for a long time. And what entertains me more than old movies and stuff or watching YouTube is to walk outside, watch a sunset, watch the wildlife, take a walk, read an interesting book, drive around and see the city or the area where I'm at. That's entertainment to me. But what else can I tell you about boondocking and the CASITA? I can tell you that it works. The one I have comes with a solar out. It's ready for solar. In other words, it has a ZAMP solar plug on the outside. Just so happened I have ZAMP solar portable suitcase panels, and it'll plug in there. And I've got 15 feet of cord that came with the suitcase panels, and then I have a 15-foot extension, so I've got 30 feet to get the panels in the sunlight. And to charge the batteries, if I use 15 amps in a 24-hour period, it'll take me about 3 hours plus or minus to refill the battery. The variables in that are numerous. Number one, if it's cloudy, overcast, whatever, that can really affect the amount of solar energy you're going to get to recharge your battery. On a reasonable day, like today, it's clear. If I had the panels out now, which I don't need to, but if I had the panels out now in this beautiful clear day, I'd probably be averaging around 6 to 8 amps per hour. And that would be great because 2 hours I'd be done charging. And once the battery's full, once the battery's showing 13.2, even though it'll show that, and then when you unhook the solar from the side of the RV and stop charging the battery, it'll settle out. It'll settle down to around 12, 9, 13 in that range. And then if you're using something, it'll dip down and then come back up. But so you have to be just aware of kind of, you got to know a little bit about your batteries, okay? And, everybody has every battery kind of has its own personality, I guess you'd say. But I kind of understand mine now. This is my second year with the AGM. It's a Group 31, 120 amp hour AGM battery, and then with the ZAMP solar panels, so far great. I mean, I'm looking forward to doing the real test. I mean, this has been a good test. I mean, I was really unplugged for about 48 hours total, 24 straight, and then I did 12 and 12 just to continually check the battery to see what was happening, because I don't want to get down there dry camping and find out something's wrong. Let me show you what I used to check my battery. It's real easy. I say it's real easy if I can find it. I got 2 of them. That way I can compare the readouts. I have these little things right here. They plug into the cigarette lighter outlet in your RV. This one's just LED, and this one has 2 USB ports on it. And the cigarette lighter outlet in my RV is backed by actually that's Olive Oil's Broad dehumidifier, but that's a television stand. Let me get my finger in the right place. That black thing right there, and then right next to it is a cigarette lighter outlet and 2 120 volt outlets. And so what I do is I just plug this into the 12 volt outlet. It gives me a readout. Is it 100% accurate? It's close. It's because I've used the one where you touch the poles on the battery, and this is right on, same thing. This one right here varies a little bit. It reads a little higher sometimes than this one. And but be that as it may, I just kind of check them off. The reason I've got two is I had already got this one with the two USB ports, and one of the viewers sent me another one, which is good because all I do now is I just check them both to see if I'm getting a good reading. But again, 12.8 or above volts on the AGM battery for me is a full battery. 12.6, 75%. 12.3, 50%, 12.0, 25%. So I don't want to go much below 12.3. I don't think I would ever have to. My usage, again, I always use a guide of 12 amps, even though I'm not really using that much per day. When I had the Dometic CF18 12-volt refrigerator in my other RV, the Coachman Clipper Cadet, it used more energy than this particular refrigerator. Of course, the reason is the Dometic had to do everything. They was using electricity to create the refrigerant or cool the refrigerant, whatever. And in this one right here, I don't know how propane does it. There's a flame, and through some chemical whatever, the propane creates cooling. Figure that out. I don't know how. But I don't need to know. All I need to know is that it uses propane and not electrical. How much propane does it use? Apparently not very much. It's just a really small flame. It's not very big at all. It looks like a pilot light almost. And so it's not using much propane. But again, for those of you that are going to go boondocking, step one, you got to know your usage. Step two, you got to, whatever you're taking out of that battery every day, you need to put back in. And in my case, I could go 3 days without charging, without using my solar panels at all. I could actually go 3 full days and get by. So if I wanted to, I could eliminate using the solar altogether. Is every third day go to a spot that has electricity and be there for overnight, and then my battery's full again and I'm good to go for another 3 days. But I'm not going to do that because I don't like to move that much. But anyway, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty 78609, and I am planning a trip, probably leave Friday morning. I've been watching the weather where I'm headed, and we'll see how it all works out. Right now it looks pretty good. But anyway, guys, enjoy your dry camping. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission. Doesn't cost you 1 penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. And the only way to really lose weight, folks, is eat less. That's it. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in real deep, hold it for a few seconds, breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yes, it is. What else? Stretch, 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 swivel, 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 walk, walk, walk. Exercise your body once or twice a day. It's good for you. You'll feel better, and you may live a little longer because of it. And last, and probably the most important, is stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. This is your head, your brain. This is where your thoughts are formed. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. That's simple as that, guys. But anyway, for dry camping and boondocking, I think that's where camping is for me. Now I'm probably going to do at least 50% dry camping and or boondocking, whatever you want to call it. And then the other will be at parks that have water and electric only. I don't need full hookup at all. I don't plan to. I have never. I'm at my home base now, and I do have a full hookup. I don't take advantage of it. Okay, but anyway, thumbs up, guys. Adios. Enjoy your camping. Enjoy your RVing. Adios. Bye-bye.